So yesterday I was in Providence, Rhode Island at an apple orchard. My good friend Kara and Sam were getting married, and it was absolutely amazing and beautiful. But because I had to come back here and prep for the show, I was not able to stay there and give a toast. And especially because I'm training to be a minister, I was expected to give a toast and I had to leave. So right now, I wanted to take this poem as my toast to them. So it's one of the reasons why I have a camera as well. So Kara and Sam, I wish you so many blessings in your life. Thank you, especially Kara, for all the truth that you've given me in our friendship together. The inward movements of heat, when your finger met the sunset, and you pointed out a lazy seagull, dipping with the grace of a drunken sailor fighting the wind. And you scratched at that speck of sky like a lotto card until you revealed stars. And you inhaled deeply, and your body it blew up like a buoy and you floated. I always liked that you were weightless. You just cut through waves like helium. Your lungs expanding with the peace of a sleeping dove, and you, that night, just lay there crying while my mustache brushed your neck. Now, you were wearing a seashell necklace, so your neck, it was far from naked, but rather surrounded with string, and a crustacean's old home and a whisper, rising out of the moment like a happy ghost. And it was the first time I ever felt lipstick on my chest. The first time you had ever felt Burt's Bees on your left breast, and when the wind blew through the window, we shivered harder than we ever thought was possible. I was up early in the morning in the kitchen, reading a book by Charles Fernahue entitled Pieces of Light. It set out to prove that memory is recreated each new time it comes to mind. Charles said, "We are all pieces of light, made up of pieces of light, calling those pieces of light that represent imagery memory, and calling those pieces of light that can never be named God." I confess, I cannot remember what your face looked like when you stumbled down the stairs with my tattered Simpsons boxers hanging off of your hips. With the tank top loose around your shoulders, I could see the tattoo of a warbler stretched across your back, calling to me like a lighthouse made of fireflies. Hell, humans don't even have access to enough language for me to describe to you the feeling in my stomach. It was the moment I recognized why Webster's dictionary is always open to revision and additions, I confess. I cannot remember what you said or how you said it. I think you mentioned pancakes, but you may have mentioned Jesus, and you were sitting in my lap, and suddenly you were standing and you were wrapped in the sheer white curtains, and your laugh fell down my throat like warm rum, and my laugh came out crisp like autumn. It was an old house. Your existence echoed like a candle in a cave. But the dark figures, our bodies, projected on the walls, were more like angels than hieroglyphics. And Kairos in the wind drew us to the screen door. When the night was going down, and the day was coming up, and the air pressure was a perfect equilibrium, and the dust swirled around us like a spotlight, and it was weightless, just like you. And the ocean was in the background, keeping rhythm for it all, as you pointed out another lazy seagull, dipping with the grace of a drunken sailor fighting the wind. And that was the first time I ever said I